Is this thing on? Hello, everybody. Eco Austin here. As you can probably tell, I have a much better camera. Ooh, look at that detail. Anyways, hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. Make sure you check out my mini vlogs I just put out yesterday. Let's get right into it. So today, we'll be talking about this new food pyramid I've been hearing about, Why? Just why? Why do we need a new food pyramid? Like, for as long as I can remember, there's been, a food pyramid at the cafeteria in my elementary school about what to eat and how much of it. So, let's get down to it. So, this info is based on the National Center for Health Research, and they've been doing a lot of research for quite a while now. I want to say at least 25 years of study. So, it's always been a mission or a goal of the U.S. government to guide both children and adults to be healthier overall. Now, MyPlate, or myplate.org, is a governmental program that was designed 20 years ago in order to, like I said, eat healthier, be on a more sustainable diet. But it's just now being updated officially for the first time since then. So basically, it's a plate that shows 5 different food groups, and they have different portion amounts. So the largest portion is vegetables, then it goes grains, then after that fruits, then after that protein, then after that dairy, as a side. So whether that be yogurt, milk, etc. So as you can tell, there is no distinct meat section. It's a protein section. So you could possibly get it from, something peanut related or something fish related, but it does not have to be, an actual meat from a land animal. That is a major change. And the thing about that is, you can tell that the world really is changing, due to higher, a larger population of vegetarianism and veganism, pescatarianism, religious reasons. The list goes on, where people are getting their protein source not from animals. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but I am saying that the world is changing around us, so the government had to mold a program designed for the people. It's unavoidable at that point. If you guys make a chart in order to make things healthier, but it's based on a, meat foundation diet, it's gonna be hard to follow for people who are looking more into veganism and vegetarianism. So the flaw to this new system, this new program, is that nutritionists and dietitians seem to argue that dairy should not be a mandatory, food group, because it is unnecessary to have a balanced diet. It's something that we've always known, and that is, I guess, a form of cultural lag to an extent, because when it comes to cultural lag, that means when a culture changes so quickly that it takes a while for an industry or the government to catch up. So the fact that dairy is a mandatory part of the diet based on a program that's been around for over 20 years, you would think that they would be on top of it, when in reality we still are holding on to, kids drink, cow's milk in order to grow big and strong, when really that's simply not the case on a moral level, on a scientific level, just in every way. We don't need to drink milk from another animal that was never designed for us in the first place. We are just used to the idea of milk means strong bones. You can get that from many other places, but people don't look into that, and that's the issue, you see. Now, the other issue with this new update is that there is no info at all about the size of the plate. Think about it. Have you ever grown up and asked if you can get some cereal, but you finesse the whole system because as soon as they say yes, you go and get the biggest bowl? It's like, oh, you said I could have one bowl, and then it ends up being, the size of a wok. you know? So because of that, many consumers will get confused. It seems straightforward, but I can see how that can get carried away, how that could possibly be mishandled. Now, the idea of food and portion control has been practiced for over 100 years now, because of the USDA's, work and effort to try to establish some type of uniform-based diet. It's the food pyramid. The food pyramid that we all know and love has been around since 1992. So with that being said, even back then, there was no data on serving size or caloric intake, only the amount of servings you could have. Now, you might have to do a little bit of math, but if you think about it, you could end up eating a lot more if you're like, oh, this is my serving size, but what if you're eating something extremely unhealthy and it's just only empty calories? So I feel like the USDA has twisted intentions, with this diet and them making dairy mandatory, they could easily help sustain, farm production of cows and of milk. When I feel like that isn't the right approach, we should try to sustain everybody and everything. So if a farm has a governmental contract, that's exactly why I was saying you should make sure you buy locally. Because if you don't, the government will take advantage of this and end up making a chart that you're supposed to follow in order to be as healthy as possible. But in the end, you're just giving your money to the government and not local farmers because you're trying to follow governmental guidelines. You get what I'm saying? You gotta think about it. So before 2020, the most recent update before this was in 2005. And that was even an official update. It didn't change the pyramid at all. All it did was update a few things here and there, and it eventually made it way too confusing, way too complex, too many numbers in front of people. We already know that even back then, our attention span was decreasing. So think about now. People can really pay attention for, 10 minutes, which is why all my videos are trying to be 10 minutes or less, but we won't talk about that. So at the end of the day, I hope that this is better for society, better for especially people who are in poverty that really have to take care of themselves and really be careful about what they spend their budget on when it comes to groceries. Because if you make one small slip up, or you get something that's cheap simply because it's cheap, but it fills you up, eventually that's how, malnourishment comes along. That's how, having bad teeth come along, bad skin, anything like that. So, I hope that this new model as of 2020 will provide a straight to the point visual representation for people to eat healthier. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like it's really interesting that the government's intentions aren't really being brought to the light, because it's good that they're trying to have you have a healthy diet, but you also have to understand what is their motive, what is their profit from this, what is the point. So make sure you're looking into that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, make sure you check out my other videos. The one I recommend that goes hand in hand with this one, I'm deciding either my video on why, local farmers are dying off and how to prevent that, and my other video on why you should buy local and nothing but locally. Attend your public market this weekend. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. Like I said earlier, like, comment, subscribe. I love each and every one of you guys. This is Eco Austin. Deuces, peace, and all that jazz. I'm gone.